Hello, hello, crafters. How are you doing? It is Mia with Southern Willow Crafting here today. I have a fun crafting project, hopefully. Actually, two crafting projects because they kind of go hand in hand, no pun intended, once you see the craft. But I was sitting there and I was on Pinterest earlier. I mean, is that so hard to believe? But I was on Pinterest and I came across this craft that is really not that uncommon for this time of year for colder weather climates. And I thought, oh my gosh, we have a perfect transfer that goes with this. And so I'm going to sew a little bit today. If you're not a sewer, that's okay. You can actually use hot glue or you can hand stitch it. I just don't know how long it would last compared to actually physically sewing it. But I figured it might be fun. So let me get on and make sure I can see your comments because as we know on my phone, sometimes they're not as easy to see. So let me, I'm just checking here. Yeah, like my phone is so weird. So let me look on my iPad here because I don't want to miss anybody's comments. Chalk with Mia. So if you know anybody who you think might enjoy this craft, it's going to be a sign and sewed project, then please sprinkle the love and let people know. Oops. Okay, we do not want to hear me twice. I know that for sure. And I just want to see, if anybody's on, if you could just comment and let me know if you see me, that would be great. Oh, I see one comment, but I can't. Okay, hold on. Let's see. It's not letting me see the comments. Why is that? Do you guys have that problem? Anybody who goes live? I swear I have it several times. All right, we're gonna do this one other way. All right, so I am going to be using I'll multitask here a little bit. I'm gonna be using this transfer and I want to try something. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. I've seen several people do it and I think it's such a cute idea. I will tell you that when I've seen others do it, they are using foam board to cut out the little mittens, but I don't have foam board, but I do have cardboard, and so like cardboard inserts that come in our shipments, and so I thought I would try to cut out the mittens and use those. If not, we can just chalk them right onto the sign and it will be perfect. So again, let me find myself here. I'm telling you this, let's go to my feed and see if that works. See, it's not showing me live. All right, you guys hang with me because I want to be able to see your comments. It's very, it's not as much fun when I can't see your comments and we're not going through this together. All right, let's see. Okay. I don't know why. Let me see. I don't want to hit finish because then that's going to end the live and now we're really up close and personal with me. Oops. And we don't want to turn that. Oh, great. Okay, so I see who's watching. That's good. Okay, maybe I'm starting to see the comments now or something. Somebody did comment earlier and I apologize. I can't see the comment. But, can you guys hear my cat? But I can see that there are people on, so maybe that will work. Let's see here, if I go to videos. Oh, there's somebody outside walking. He's probably thinking, how come that animal gets to walk outside? All right. Just know I am so sorry, you guys. I can't see the comments, and I don't know... And I'm swiping and pushing and pulling and it's just kind of weird to me the way that this works sometimes. So I apologize. Hopefully the comments will pop up here soon. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is cut out the mittens first. So again, like I said, you can get foam board at the dollar store. You can get it even at the grocery store. I was in the grocery store the other day and saw it. It was like, no, I'll wait. And then of course I think of a project today that I could use it on. But what I want to do is, and I'm trying to think of how they actually do this. I'm wondering if they cut them out themselves. I'm thinking they do. Does anybody know? Well, I can't see your comments, so even if you did, you couldn't tell me. So I'm thinking what people do normally, I don't know if you guys have ever seen these 3D signs that people are doing where it takes a portion of the transfer and then they glue it on, and it's super cute. Now I know some people do wood cutouts because they have a skill saw or a glow forge or something that allows them to do that. But for us people that don't have that talent or the money for one of those things, we have to get a little creative. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to cut, I'm thinking that's what they end up doing. I'm gonna cut this in half here. And you can cut our transfers. If you guys didn't realize, a lot of times they'll come with lines on them. Those are cut lines. Since this one did not, you can cut it anywhere where there's not white. Okay, your white is your screen mesh. So do not do anything to mess that up. And then I am going to, and I could totally be messing this up, I don't know. But this is what we're gonna do until somebody tells me different and shows me how to do this right. So I'm just cutting around the outline of this. And I guess I could have made a photocopy of it. That probably would have been smarter, huh? And then use that photocopy. But that's okay. All right, so now I've got at least an outline for those mittens here, okay? And I can throw that away. So I have not hurt my transfer whatsoever, to be honest with you. It just is now in sections. Now I am going to do an outline on my cardboard. This is just a cardboard filler, and I'm gonna paint it white and then chalk on it. Okay, and then I'm going to, so then I know, let's see here. Oh, there we go. I did cut that going up. Okay, that's one. And then we're gonna do this other one. We'll fold this back again. And I have no idea if this is right or not, but again, we live and learn together. You guys know me. I am one of those that I am your guinea pig. And I'm gonna actually puncture a hole here so I know how far up to go. I am your guinea pig. So you guys know that I am willing to try this, and then we will learn together. Okay. I'm going to puncture a hole here so I know that that's, oh, perfect. That was great. Okay. All right. So I have kind of a really rough layout of what these mittens are going to look like. All right. And then I'm going to take my kind of dulled scissors and cut these out. Now, here's the great thing is once I do the transfer on here, that's what it'll happen. Once I do the transfer, then I can trim it. So actually, I didn't even need to do this. I could literally, oh, see, it's coming to me now. See, I should think through these things before I go live. Okay, so, and you guys are probably all commenting, why are you doing that? Just do the transfer on the cardboard and then cut. All right, guys, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do them in red. I want my mittens in red, greenery in green, branches in brown, and then this probably, I was going to do it on a black, but I think I'm going to do this. So this is an upcycled frame. I found it at a thrift store. I love it because it's wood and it's kind of rustic and it looks like it's been dry brushed with white paint. So super cute. All right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to paint these white, okay? Because I don't want the brown to be the background. I want them to be white. And see, I'm your guinea pig, guys. Now you know. Now you know. That's how people do it. They cut after they do the transfer. Genius. I tell you. Sometimes I wonder about myself. But this is how we learn, right? Oh, this paintbrush is wet. All right, I'm just painting the cardboard white because I want a white background for the gloves and not a brown background for the gloves. So I'm going to do a couple of different layers. And then what we're going to do, the sewing project that we're going to do, and I'm so excited, we're going to make the little hand warmers. And I think they're going to be super cute. They're so easy to do. At least that's what they looked like online. Even for a basic sewer, or even if you wanted to hand stitch, it's not such a huge project that you couldn't hand stitch it or hot glue it or use the, you know, there's that sew bond. So like for people who don't sew, I think Walmart and different places carry it, but it's like a heat thing. It's like tape, sewing tape, and then when you heat it up, it sticks it together almost like you had sewn it. So you could do that as well. Just letting you guys know. So there'll be several options to do that. You just find which option works for you. So as this is drying, I need a little bit more thick layer here. And we're going to let this dry. And we'll move to the sewing project, and then we'll finish the sign later. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so we're gonna move this to the side so it can dry. We're gonna move all of my now dismantled transfer parts into the box sign. I'm gonna move this to the ground. See if I can see comments yet. Sorry guys, I still can't see comments. I don't know what the heck is happening. Oh, wait. Okay, Susan, hi. I see you. Angie, hi. Okay, wonderful. All right, for some reason now, when I click, it's weird the way it's set up. It's letting me see the comments, so that's good. All right, so I'm gonna grab my sewing machine here. You guys know, I used to sew quite a bit, and I have not sewn in quite a while, and so sometimes I have to reorient myself just a little bit. But I just have a basic sewing machine, nothing too fancy. Let me get my foot pedal oriented correctly, and let me plug it in so it will work. Oh. Okay. Yay! All right, guys. Okay, so I already have some thread in here, and I'm okay with whatever color thread. I'm not going to be too picky about it. I don't know where this is coming from. There we go. All right, so this is where I'm coming with the fabric though, you guys. And this, because I was sitting there thinking, you want something more flannel-like feeling. You want something soft and cozy. Because if you've ever had those heated hand pads, you know that you want something that's going to be nice and, you know, soft. So I was thinking, I don't have any flannel fabric that isn't kid printed, which would be cute too. But what I do have, which is, maybe not completely flannel, but it has that look and that feel to it, and it is soft, is in the Target dollar bin area like a year ago, and they probably have them this year too. I got these wine bags, okay? I've had them for over a year, and I was gonna ink on them, but there's such a busy print on it, I didn't think that the design would come through. So they've literally just been sitting in my cubby, and I've got several, see? Pretty designs, right? Look at these, so cute. And then this was a drawstring bag. So you have a lot of different options, but in the Target dollar bin area, or get a wine bag, or go to a thrift store and buy some pajama pants or a flannel top, anything like that would definitely work. So let's get one of these ready. And you just need 4.5 by 4.5 inch squares. So these bad boys, like a year ago, were $3. Okay, so super cute. And I'm thinking this would be a really nice gift to give somebody a little, you guys know I love gift baskets. I love themed things, right? So that's why we're doing the Cold Hands Warm Heart. We're doing the hand warmers, because together they're gonna make a really cute gift. So let me do 4.5, and we're gonna go, actually, you know what, with this one, because, well, it's got kind of a funny bottom, so we'll sew all the way around. Okay, I was gonna say you could keep the bottom and then just sew the top closed, but All right, we're gonna go from that bottom line and it goes up to, I'm just trying to make a mark, 4.5, and then by here. Okay, I believe it was there. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna cut. We're just gonna cut straight across. I don't know, maybe we can find something to do with this later. Maybe a hat for a gnome. Maybe a little. So many different things you could do. All right, and then we had, it was this. And you need 2 squares. So I'm just cutting all the way through this because it's gonna give me the 2 that I need because it's double, it's got both sides. Okay, now I am gonna cut. Now I could just keep this flap the way it is, you know, but I am going to cut it because I want that seam, that sewed seam, to go all the way around. So I'm just gonna fold it in half and cut right up the edge here. And there's so many different ideas. You could hand stitch a pretty lace or something around the edging, or some type of embroidery thread or something, and you know, like a red piece or whatever. A lot of different thoughts. Okay, so the soft side is gonna be the inside, right? Yes, I love the idea of repurposing, right? That's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we're upcycling and reusing stuff when we can, you know. And like I said, I drink a little bit of wine, but I'm not a huge wine drinker, so I don't give wine a lot unless I know that's somebody's thing and that's what they're going to want to do. So I would use them for that. But other than that, if they've been sitting in my crafting bin for a year, I think it's pretty solid that I am not planning to use it anytime soon. So all right, so no pun intended. Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a stitch. Now what I did is you take the fabric that you want to be on the outside and you put them touching each other, okay? Because we're gonna have to reverse this inside out. And I'm going to sew 3 of the sides and leave an opening because we're gonna fill it with rice, uncooked rice. Because that's gonna be our filler. Now, there are a lot of different fillers that people use. Uncooked rice is just one of the big ones. I know some people even inject essential oils in them, like peppermint or whatever, and that would be really nice, but not necessary. It's just up to whatever you decide to do. Oh, okay, so that, ooh, I've really pulled that a lot. All right, let's pull this. All right, this is a light pink thread, which is fine. I'm not, you know, it's got red in there, so I'm not overly concerned about the little bit of threading that's gonna show. Sorry, my spool here is caught. Okay, there we go. And let me make sure that my bobbin is in here and has thread as well. It does. All right, I'm not going to teach you guys how to thread and do all that stuff with your sewing machines because every sewing machine is slightly different. I will tell you, if you are at a loss, how I learned was YouTube. I had not sewn in years, and believe me, I started with not even knowing how to thread the machine, or that there was even a thing called a bobbin on the bottom side of it. So if I can do it, I know you guys can do it. And I was to the point where I was sewing reversible dresses and, you know, having a good time. So just a little bit of patience and practice and you can do it, I promise. But I love these really cute, easy sewing projects. So again, if you don't sew, that's okay. You can use that, that stuff, you know, the glue stuff that you put together and then heat set it and it sews it for you. Or it acts like a seam. Again, whenever I'm near corners, I always go back and forth. And whenever I start a stitch, I go forwards and backwards just to give it some extra strength. And you're gonna wanna go about maybe 1/4 of an inch inside because you're gonna want something to have on the edge. Okay, easy peasy. We cut that off, so we have our thread. So now I've really just sewn a pocket. That's all I've done. A little trick for you guys, if you didn't know, when you go to flip something inside out, if you cut each of the corners at an angle, so it's got a blunt tip versus a pointed tip, it helps push out those corners when you go to reverse the edges. So I do that with all the corners. Just make sure you don't cut your sewn edge, your thread, right? Okay, so now, where's my opening? Okay, so now you guys, we have a little pocket, right? So now we're just gonna flip it inside out. Super easy. And again, this is so small, it's 4.5-inch squares. You obviously can make them any size you want. The pattern I saw was 4.5-inch squares. So that's why I'm doing that. You could, it's small enough, you could probably hand sew it if you wanted to. You know, again, totally up to you. Now at this point, typically just my sewing background, I probably would have ironed it so it's nice and flat, but I'm not too worried about that right now. So now what you want to do is you want to take some, knock down everything on your shelf. Hold on, let me grab this so I don't roll over top of, this is from my paint pour the other night. I keep knocking them over. You think I would move them by now. Okay. Take some uncooked rice, and this way you can pop it in the microwave, I think for like 20 seconds or so. The rice is not going to cook, but you want to fill it about, you know, halfway, 2/3 of the way. You want to give yourself some room to be able to sew it closed, but give enough rice in there so that the heat can gather, right, when you go to heat it up. A piece of rice right there. Okay, so now I've got it sewn with rice up to about this point where my fingers are, okay? So let me close up my bag of rice so I don't knock that over and then have a big old mess. Believe me, I'm doing this because I have learned my lesson. Oh my gosh. If you guys are here, please say hello. Let me know you're here. If you know anybody who you think would be interested in this craft, please sprinkle the love. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, and this is normally where I would probably iron this, but I'm gonna fold the flap in a little bit so I have a closed top. That's why I didn't fill it up, but so much. I'm going to show this to you guys. And typically you would pin this. So I literally just folded the top part in on itself. So it's like that. So it's a nice crisp seam versus a jagged cut edge. And I am going to just put one little pin in here so that when I go to lay this down, rice does not fall everywhere. When I go to sew it. And again, when you sew, an iron is your best friend, or a little heat press, a handheld heat press, something usually to help you get those nice crisp lines. But I'm not too worried about that here. This is something that's gonna be in people's pockets and they're gonna be holding to keep their hands warm. So it's not something they're gonna be wearing. So I'm not as overly concerned about it looking like a finished edge. But you certainly wanna get as close as you can. All right, so now I'm gonna sew this shut, and what I'm gonna do is try to go around and maneuver the rice, and I'm gonna give it a top seam. I guess I could have done that before. I could have done a top seam. I probably should have done that before I put the rice in there. Put a top seam all the way around, put the rice in, and then close it. But, you know, c'est la vie. This is how we're living. So, again, a lesson learned from me to you. Do your top seam and then fill it with rice. See, now you guys legitimately know that I don't plan these things before I go live most of the time. I see something and I'm like, ooh, that looks like fun. And then I go do it. And I figure out while I'm live with you how the heck I'm gonna get it done. It's just the way it is. Okay, let me, And again, you don't have to do that top seam. I like doing it because one, it gives it, again, a little bit of a finished look. And number two, it adds an extra layer of sewing it shut so that I know it's less likely to open up on me. I mean, I don't think anybody wants their pocket full of rice, you know. And what I would do is if I was giving this out, obviously I would do them in twos, right, in the gift package. I don't want you guys watching me sitting here sew like a bunch of these, so I'm just doing one for demonstration purposes, but the gift would have two in there. We have 2 hands, 2 pockets, right, usually. And so that is what I would do. But for this live, I'm just obviously doing one. Did my thread, oh, yep, my thread didn't even, I was wondering, it looked a little odd. Oh, something is caught. Oh, I can see it in there. Hold on. I've got this big old thread of a mess in there, I think. I'm trying to see. All right, let's see here. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see. It's caught up here. It's that darn little hiccup on that spool. All right. La, da, 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 da. Almost done with this part, you guys, and then we'll finish up and we'll have a cute little bundled package to give somebody, right? Right. All right. I appreciate you guys joining me today. I know midday is sometimes hard for people, so if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate it. All right, there we go. And to be honest, this little pink, it's a very, very fair pink thread. You can barely even see it. It almost looks white compared. And again, when you're sewing, make sure you cut all your little ends, all your little tails off. You don't want them getting caught on something or whatever. All right, so that's one side. Again, do your top seam before you put the rice in. So much easier than having to shuffle the rice down the edge. Okay. I'm just cutting my little tails as I go. That way I don't forget. All right, one more edge and this part of the project will be complete. And let me see here. No, okay. I was gonna see if I could still see comments. It is weird the way that they show up. There we go. Okay. I tried a rice pop. I probably sewed right on through it. Okay, guys. All right, so that is it for the sewing portion of this project. We're gonna put this right back underneath. And maybe this is where I should keep it versus across my room. Okay. Looks like my, all right, so you guys, look how stinking cute. And it's filled up with rice. You put it in the microwave for like 20 seconds, 15 seconds. Maybe some say up to 30, but just test it out and see. And you've got a nice little hand warmer, right? Super cute, made out of a flannel line bag. Or you could get a flannel shirt, flannel pajama pants, whatever from the thrift store, just wash them and you are good to go. And I have enough here to make the second one. So again, I would do it in a pair. And then just for cute gifting, you know what I would do is I'd put them together, I'd stack them, and then I'd find really pretty ribbon, right? Let's do this. And maybe I'll do the other one and take a picture at the end. But I've got this really pretty red satin ribbon. I would, if it was me, do a very pretty bow, just a very simple shoe bow, right? I'll show you how stinking cute this can be for a gift. And it's so incredibly simple, you guys. And like I said, $3 bag, wine bag from Target Dollar Bin, a $1 bag of rice from the dollar store, because I mean, we're not like caring if it's Uncle Ben's or some really higher end rice, right? Or I don't even know what is good rice, but you know, dollar store rice works just fine. Oops, just trying to get this. A little trick with ribbon, I will tell you guys, satin ribbon, is if you've got a lighter or something, if you burn the edge just a little bit, it'll keep it from fraying on you. I used to make tutus and would put satin ribbon at the bottom so that it would be really full and fluffy. And that was one little trick that you could do to keep it from doing that. And then what you could do is you could take a little sprig of some type of cute fall or winter greenery and just put it in the ribbon, right? And just have it sticking out. Oops. There we go. With maybe a little bit of this. I was going to say maybe green, maybe some of the boxwood. Let's try some of the boxwood, like one of the sprigs coming down the middle. I'm going to show you guys just how stinking cute this is. And just imagine two of them together. Look at that. Isn't that cute? What do you guys think? Type in the comments what you guys think of that. Okay, so now that we have that done, I'm definitely going to have to make that second one because this is going to be gifted to somebody. All right, we'll close that up. So now I need my painted cardboard. They are nice, they're pretty dry. I am going to wax them just a little bit just because it is, thank you, I agree, Susan. I think that they're so cute. Okay. Oops. Again, these comments. Okay. Oh, thanks. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Lana. Thank you. I appreciate it. Is it Lana or Lena? Lana? Lana? Lena? I have a name that's mispronounced all the time, so I always try to get it right if I can. But people pronounce the name in different ways, so I just never know. Okay, so now we are just going to do these and then we'll cut them out. So let me get my red, some really pretty red. This is an old red. That one needs some refreshing. Oh, and you know what? I wonder if I have the, that's a good red. Okay. I would say the, did we have a shimmer red that's out this year? I know we have purple and we have a red tone. That's okay. All right. And we're going to mix it. So our paste is water soluble. But I'm putting it on cardboard, so it would have to get really wet to mess up this design, to be honest. But it is meant to be removed. Lana. Oh, Lana. Lana. Wait, Anna, Lana. Lana? Lana? Hopefully I didn't butcher it. Anna, Lana, okay. I know, I'm always telling people mine is Mia, like me-ah. Okay, because people always want to say Maya, which, you know, I get. And my name growing up, I never heard it. And then now it seems to be pretty popular. All right, so I just want the mitten part. So just make sure not to go off the edge. So that was one thing about cutting this. I probably should not have cut it, to let you guys know. Another lesson learned. Just leave it on the transfer and then you cut the cardboard around what you need. Because I'm kind of I went off the edge just a little bit in one little area. Not a horrible thing, but just to give you guys fair warning, it will be easier if you just leave the transfer the way it is and then cut. Duh. I don't know why I didn't think about that. All right, so now let's pull up this transfer. Ooh. Oh my gosh, look how stinking cute. And then we'll cut this out and it'll be like a 3D effect on the sign versus it just all being flat, which I love that idea. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same over here. And I don't really care what angle it's at because we're gonna cut. Laying it, make sure that it's flat. And again, we are just going through and making sure the paste is covering all of the white area because that's where the screen mesh is. Our transfers are awesome because they are screen mesh, and so it really helps with reducing the opportunity for bleeding. And we do have smaller squeegees I could be using to help me so I don't literally go too much over, but I'm just being stubborn. Okay. Cute! Mitten number 2. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to clean this because I don't want to contaminate the other area. I'm going to tell you guys, do not cut your transfer. I mean, it doesn't hurt my transfer by any means, but there was no need to do that. I was not thinking when I did it. So, lesson learned. You do not need to cut your transfer. Just cut the thing. Mia, do you sell those templates? Oh, the transfers. I do sell the transfers if you are interested. And I sell the paste and squeegees and everything that you would need to do your project. If you already have a surface, that's fine, but I sell those too. So you guys could do this project at home. And what I'll do is if you guys are part of my crafting group, my free crafting group, I'll put links for all of the products in this live when I'm done. But if you are in my free crafting group and just type the word craft in the comments, if you're not, it's called Southern Willow Crafting. It's a group. I will put a bundle together for you guys if you're interested in this project. Now this surface that I'm about to do it on is a found surface, meaning I found it at a thrift store. It's not one that I particularly sell, but there are several that you could choose from. So thank you for asking. Yes. And if you're interested in doing this and you enjoy crafting and you're kind of like, wow, this looks like fun, you know, we have a kit that you can purchase for $99. And then you get $260 worth of product in it. And then you become a designer and you can actually represent the company like I do. And then there's some requirements, some minimal requirements to remain active as a designer instead of just a customer. So if you're interested in that information, shoot me a message and I would be happy to talk to you guys about it. All right, so now that it's just a disinfectant wipe, you guys, that's all I've done is wiped it with a disinfectant wipe. Just plain water and soap would work as well. And now I'm just wiping it down with a paper towel to get it clean. All right, guys. All right. Hello, hello for everybody just joining us. Oops. Oh. All right, good. Lena, I'm glad I got it right. All right, so now this was a surface I found at a thrift store, and it had actually a picture of a bear, and it said you're barely loved, or are we something that wouldn't sound right. You're barely loved. Anyways, it had a bear and it had a love and all this stuff in there. But I painted it white on the inside because I thought it would match the white rustic look, whitewashed look around the edges. So cute. And so what I want to do is I want to wax the inside. Again, the wax, all it's going to do is protect the transfer and my surface. So if I mess up, it's going to, the paste is going to stick to the wax before it seeps into that wood. And so it's going to be easier to clean up, and it's going to help protect the surface underneath and the transfer itself. When I go to pull it up, it's going to have, it's not going to be as harsh on it when I, you know, to stick down to the surface. Because this is a pretty rustic board. And you can paste on almost anything, you guys. I'm talking almost anything, which is why I love this product so much. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Cold Hands Warm Heart. I did the mittens in red, green, a little bit of brown. I'm thinking the Cold Hands Warm Heart, maybe I will do that. I'm trying to think of the color, you guys, what I want to do. I don't know. What do I want to do? Maybe I'll do it in like a light brown tone, similar to what I'm gonna do. Or you know what? I wonder if I have any more gold left. Let's see. Hold on. Let me, shimmer gold might be pretty. Let me see what I have available. Shimmer black. Shimmer frost, which won't show up because that's white, silver. I think I might just, let's see how much shimmer gold we have, because that would be pretty because of the brown and the green, and it's going to have a slight shimmer, glittery look to it. Now you can add glitter to your projects once you get the paste on there and it's wet. All right, gosh, you guys, I am down to like nothing, but I'm going to try it. I'm so going to try this. Okay, so this is the first time I've ever used this transfer. So I'm gonna wanna fuzz it, meaning I'm gonna add some fuzz to the back of it because I don't want it to stick so much that any of this blue part sticks down to my surface. So this is just a fuzzing cloth, but it's just a terry cloth. So if you don't have the fuzz cloth, you can use your shirt, your pants, a towel, a bath towel, whatever you want. You're just gonna wanna stick it on there several times to ensure you add a little bit of fuzz. You're just trying to get some of that sticky off of it a little bit. Oh, you know what? It would help. I was wondering why. Look, my hanger's at the top there. You know how many times I do that? You think I'd learned my lesson by now. Okay. We'll get another squeegee. All right, you guys. I'm thinking, oh no, it's pretty much hardened on me. Okay, no gold paste. I can loosen it up, but it's going to take me a little while since there's so little amount left. I probably should really throw it away, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. It just is too much for me. Okay, so maybe I want it to be a pretty color. All right, I'm going to do the shimmer yellow. And I'm thinking what I can do is try to find something in the brown family, maybe? What do you guys think? What color? This is such a pretty shimmer harvest. It's a yellow tone. Let's hope this is a good choice. Our shimmers are going to be a little bit thicker than our typical paste because it's got that glitter component to it. So it kind of thickens it up just a little bit. But you put a layer on, and you just do some long brush strokes. And then you're going to take all that excess off and put it right back in the container. It really doesn't take much. I always say as soon as you can see the words or the design, once you pull that excess up, then you are good to go. Just know that whatever you see on top of the transfer, you're probably going to see underneath when you pull it up. So if you have any lines, try to clear those out. Go white and bleed it into the blue. Oh, I wish, but this background is white, so I can't do white words. But, oh, I love this. All right, so we're going to want to clean that shortly, but I'm going to show this to you guys. Look at, I don't know if you guys can see. Okay, look how pretty. And it's, the shimmer never comes across on camera like it does in person, but it literally looks like gold. Looks like little gold flecks sitting inside of those words. Okay, so now, let's see, is this dry? They dry fairly quickly, but I'm gonna hit it with the blow dryer just in case. there. I mean, look at this, you guys. I mean, look at how cute this project's going to be in less than 45 minutes. And I've been talking a lot, so it could be done so much faster. I talk a lot to you guys. All right, so let's lay this down and get this centered where we want it. And again, I'm going to use the green and, oh, little dollops of red actually for the berries, but green. And then this is going to be interesting. Okay, so I've got the strings for the mittens. All right, guys, so let me get green. I like that green. I have a little bit of red for the berries. And you know what? I can do that shimmer for the string because that will tie that in. And then some very light brown, maybe, for the branch. Okay, I think we're good. So, because there's so many colors, I might want to work in sections here. Because our paste does have chalk in it, it's gonna wanna dry as soon as I hit it, it hits the air. So, you just want to be careful to work quickly. And actually, I can use my little stir sticks because these are some small areas. I don't know if this one's been opened. Oh, it has. Good. If it's a little thick, so our paste should be the consistency of yogurt. If it's a little thick, just add a tad bit of distilled water to it, and that will loosen it up because it may start to get like Play-Doh. And that's just because air has gotten to it and it has sat for a little bit. So I always recommend like once a month going in there and stirring your pastes and adding a little bit of water. But certainly before you use it, if you have to, you can do it as well. And it will loosen it up. Now this is thicker than I typically would like, but since I'm just using it for those branch areas, this very light, I'm not too concerned. Okay, now I might be eating my words later, but we shall see. All right. All right, you guys. Yay! Oh, hi, Kristen. How are you? Thank you for joining in. You guys, I have a, oh, it's just the outline. I'm looking at this. I forget. It's the white part that's going to be, that's going to come through. It's not the whole berry. It's literally just the outline of the berry. Okay, but that's okay. So that was quick and easy. I do have a text notification system. If you guys want to be notified when I go live, just type the word craft in the comments and I would be happy to add you to that notification system. Or that will get you into my VIP group too. I'll give you guys a phone number you can text in just a moment. I'm trying to go live 3 times a week, but my weeks have been a little crazier than normal recently. And so I have not been as consistent. Eek. Okay, I'm just using my stir sticks, you guys, because they're quick and easy. And what I'm going to do is lift this whole side up here in a second, because what will happen is our paste will begin to dry and then it's not going to want to work its way through that screen mesh and it will look like a little blotty. It won't look fluid and pretty like it does down below. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that looks good. We're going to continue on with, you know, it might just do the whole string brown versus, because it's going to be hard. They're intertwined with each other. And I'm just pushing it right on through so we can cut out those mittens and add those. All right. And now for the green. Now this I could probably do with a squeegee. Oh, let me grab, okay. I tell you, get a little acrobatic in here. The squeegee will just go over a farther space quicker. Cover more space quickly, I should say. Again, I cut my transfer, you guys. There's no need for you to cut your transfer. I learned I could just do the transfer on the cardboard and then cut the cardboard. I literally was not, my brain was not in gear when I first started this live. So, but again, proof that I truly don't plan these things out too much before I go live. It is just a fly by the seat of my pants type of a thing. So we're gonna put that in water and we're gonna put this in water. They recommend with our new transfers, don't let them sit in water for too long. It will start to remove the sticky off the back. But for a couple of minutes while you close things up, I think it will work. It's not going to be too damaging, but just don't let it sit in there for too long. All right, so that, now I need to fill in a few little spaces that missed, and then we're going to add the mittens, you guys. And if you're just joining me, I'll show you the first project that we did. Super cute. Love it. Let me add, I've got these, wait, here we go. Our brand new, one of our brand new tools, and it's got this really sharp pointed edge that helps when you need to just add a little bit of detail. Okay, hold on, guys. It's that is not working. I think because my paste is so dry. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a second. I will wet that later. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so now we need to cut these and cut them as close as we can to the design of the mitten. Oh, make sure I'm seeing all of the new comments. All right. I hope everybody's enjoying their afternoon, enjoying their day. It's Tuesday. One more day closer to hump day, you guys. Now again, you can use foam board for this piece. This is literally a cardboard insert that came with one of my Couture shipments. And I just painted it white and then chalked on the painted part. Because I don't have a skill saw or a glow forge or anything that will make the wood cutouts for me. This is just the poor man's version or maybe the untalented version of getting these mittens to look 3D, right? So there's one, and I'm going to show this to you guys in just a second. I will add it some hot glue, probably some glue dots to start, and then add hot glue here at the end. I didn't plug in my hot glue gun, so and I am just following the outside line. So this is why we didn't need to cut our transfer in the very beginning. So take your lesson from me that you should just cut it afterwards. I honestly don't know what I was thinking. Obviously, I was not thinking at all. Okay. All right, guys, so these will be, oops, and we have little red. All right, guys, and I have little glue dots. Glue dots you can get from the Dollar Tree. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from a bunch of different places. I'm just going to add them to the back. I think I saw somebody. Okay. And that way, then I can just stick it, or you can hot glue gun it. Either way, whatever works for you guys. I'm sure we'll be fine. Now, which way did these go? I think the thumbs were in, right? Okay, so put that there, and we'll put this here. It just makes such a cute little addition. I'm gonna go back and add just a little bit of more detail at the top, but super cute. I know that's very faint at the bottom, but it does look pretty bright in person. And then if you're just joining us, what we did in the beginning is we made these really cute, they're just hand warmers, and I've wrapped it in ribbon and added a few berries and a little bit of greenery to it. But that was made out of a flannel wine bag that I got, and here's some others. They come in all different colors out of the dollar bin section of Target. So I know, Glowforge, they're so expensive, but they offer you so much capability. So I don't know, I think they're probably just stashing away money to do it, or they're making a lot of money from their crafts, I guess. Yeah, way too much money. I can buy a used car for that price, right? I know. But yeah, I know that there's some people in Chalk Couture who have it, some of the higher ranked leaders in Chalk Couture. So obviously they find a benefit from it. It would be awesome to have. But you know, until then, we have got foam board and cardboard, and it looks super cute. I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell if this was wood or cardboard, to be honest with you, from, you know, a couple steps away, especially if it was up on a wall. So anyways, guys, this is it. This has been my project for the day. Again, I would make 2 of these and make them as like a little gift package together, whatever you want to do. And you know, it would just be a really, really cute project. And then what you could do is just tell them, because it's Chalk Couture, you could repaint the inside or clean it off and do something for Valentine's Day, and then keep updating the design. So anyways, if you guys are interested in learning more about Chalk Couture and knowing about our kit, our $99 kit for $260 value for $99, you can do these types of things too. Or if you just want to be a customer and buy the products and do it, I'm going to put a bundle together in my crafting group. And then I'll also put links to everything on this page of where you can buy these items. If you're interested in being notified when I go live, just type the word craft or text it to this number, 757-505-0303. And I will send you a notification. Oh, thank you so much, Susan. I really appreciate it. And if you guys have enjoyed this craft and this project, then please sprinkle the love to your friends. I would so appreciate it. I appreciate your time today, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. Happy chalking and crafting. Bye, guys.